Hey, Tada, we are back with another video. Since my case will resume tomorrow, but one thing for sure is that the evidence from last week has left Baloyi in some pain. He's in pain because he did not expect the police to reveal the fact that David Matebula was somehow arrested in connection with the Mayo case. That clearly shows that the state was on a witch hunt, meaning that they would arrest anybody that they feel that was involved in the Mayo case. They did that without collecting proper evidence, because if you do so, you run a risk of being sued for illegal arrest. So Matebula was arrested because his cell phone number was phoned by one of the numbers that belonged to Ukeli Kumalo. That happened after the shooting in Gasenzomenyo. So Matebula was detained for over a day at Vera Police Station, the same place where Ntanzi and Musibia were kept for some time. And then we discovered that Ntanzi was accused of having a cell phone in prison. Yet on the SAP records or SAP register, it was never recorded. In fact, the cell phone was sent to Mpumalanga for downloading, yet there is no SAP 13 that was filled to show that they found something at Ntanzi's prison cell. That tells you that Uguti, that cell phone was never found ekusel kaNtanzi. It's a manufacturing of evidence ukuze ba-create impression yokuthi uNtanzi wayeneselfoni ejele kanti wayengenayo. Siyazi lapho ukuthi isizathu yindaba benza lokho, bayafuna ukuthi uNtanzi ukuthi he broke the law by having a cellphone ejele, and then wafonela iy'hlobo zakhe, abangani bakhe and so on. Whereas into engekho leyo. They are now telling us that Ntanzi phoned uLebo uma wakhe as well as other people. But funny enough, their cell phone, when we check the AVL, yeah, also cell phone, it shows that that cell phone was moving around Pretoria when Ntanzi was in prison. And then for the new week, I expect Ramosepile to bring in a new witness that will help to move forward the case Kabonga Ntanzi. But as it stands, the state has failed to put the accused at the crime scene on the day that Senzo was shot and unalived. We remember that the DNA said all five accused are excluded from the sample taken from the house, meaning that all five accused were not at the crime scene when Senzo was shot, meaning that they did not shoot Senzo Menyu. That is clear as daylight. So now Ntanzi, I suspect that he will call Wandosa Makubo to come and explain why did he open docket 75, because that docket alleges that the people that were in the house lied about the entire thing that happened. There was no intruder that entered the house. Instead, Senzo was shot by one of them when he was separating a fight between Uzandi and Longotwala. And the bullet, unfortunately, got to his chest and then he was shot and unalived. The rest is history. What happened thereafter, I think they panicked and then decided to come up with a story in order to protect the real shooter. And then entered Mapiri, who came to the crime scene and cleaned the crime scene to make sure that the police do not find any blood evidence that might implicate the real shooter, as well as to remove the beer bottles that were all over the house. Remember that on the day when Senzo was shot, bayaphuza utshwala laphana bejabulile bonke abantu up until Senzo was shot. So sobona ukuthi uRamosepile this week uTusilethela, but I'm hoping that Umakubo, because Umakubo is the one that opened Docket 275 alongside Joseph Tillis. And thereafter, once they are done, I think they'll move over to accused number 3, which is Katlam Ngube. But for Katlam Ngube, I'm happy because he's got scientific evidence that boosts his case. Remember that his cell phone evidence shows that his cell phone pinged around Johannesburg CPD at the same time when Senzo was shot. That means Gadla was not in phosphorus when Senzo was shot. So this is an important fact because science cannot be wrong. Science cannot be cooked. If the gun evidence shows that it pinged around Johannesburg CPD, then the court has no excuse but to acquit Gadla Mngcuba because clearly he was not at the crime scene. And then we're told that his gun, they found his gun when they arrested him in February 2015. He was arrested by Umasondo and Dlamini. That gun, Kakadla Mngcuba, was tested and it was found Gucci. it was not linked to the Meyiwa case. The projectile that was found in the crime scene of Meyiwa was tested against that gun, and Abom or Dlamini, he discovered that it's not a match. Once ukufika uBrigadier Ginina, that is when the cooking began. That is when they linked the guns. For some reason, they linked the gun and said the gun links with the projectile that was found in the crime scene of Meyiwa. But they actually talk a lot because we know based from kwabantu abasendlini, they said the gun that shot Senzo had a wheel, meaning it's a revolver, not the 9mm Kadlamncube. So the gun that is before court, it is not the same gun that shot Senzo. So Kadlamncube, I think, he's got some evidence to create reasonable evidence, as well as the eyewitnesses says it's a revolver. If they say it's a revolver, then there's doubt. If there's doubt, the judge has no choice but to acquit these men before court. And thereafter, Kadlamncube, I think there's no any other evidence that links him except the evidence of Constable Zungu, who came to court and testified as a state star witness. But Constable Zungu has already been discredited as a witness because Ubaba Zungu came to court and said, "My lord, my son lied in court," and he told Muguti he testified in court because he was promised a promotion within the SAPS. Secondly, Brigadier Ginina also came to Baba Absalom Zungu and promised him a trip overseas if he testified against these accused. That was the evidence that was brought by Ubaba Absalom Zungu. So the court cannot ignore that evidence. Constable Zungu lied to implicate Abo Kadlamncube as well as all the other suspects. So Kadlamncube, I think, is safe because he can prove easily on the day when Senzo was shot. It's going to be interesting go to Umnisi, which other witnesses he will call for Gadla. But for me, I think science speak for itself. Gadla was not at the crime scene. If Gadla was not at the crime scene, then it means everyone else was not at the crime scene because they were charged in common purpose. It means that they planned the shooting together. But if one element is missing, then that fall apart now because you have to connect all the accused. So now if Kadlamncube is found to be somewhere else, then it means all the other accused were not there because that element of Gadla is missing.